All right. I think we are live. It is such a great day to be here with you guys. Happy Tuesday. I am loving these Tuesday night calls. This series has been so awesome. I think we're coming up on 2 months of doing these calls every single Tuesday night. And really what our heart behind it all is just to share our stories. I think hearing the lives changed behind the products is truly what it's all about. Because when I first started taking these products, I was just looking for high quality supplements, and I had no idea what um what was gonna happen when I pushed order now. I really truly thought that I was just gonna find something that helped me feel a little bit better. But what I have found has just blown me away, has changed my life in a million ways. And part of that is the community, the people that we have gotten to really truly call our family through this. That is something that has been the most unexpected blessing of this whole thing. And so tonight I've got two precious friends of mine that I would not know without Plexus. And you are going to get to hear their stories tonight, their stories of health transformation, what brought them into Plexus, and what they have found through it. So we are going to start with my sweet friend Carrie, who I just absolutely adore, and her story just is truly a blessing. So I'm excited for you all to hear it. So Carrie, you want to go ahead and unmute
Sure.
yourself? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I am a homeschooling mom of six. And so I actually heard Cassie's story, one of the first stories I heard, and I resonated a lot with her story. And I have always struggled with digestive issues that would be considered probably IBS, but never diagnosed. I had lots of anxiety. My hormones were always all over the place, especially during pregnancies and after, and ended up with lots of panic attacks and different various health concerns throughout the years, and never really had any success in any way with natural supplements or doctors or what have you. I tried a lot of different routes and nothing really ever worked. And then my last child, I was pregnant with her and I got lots of gallstones. And they just got to the point where it was too much, and the doctors were saying, you got to get it removed. And I did. And then, boy, it was my whole health just plummeted. It was so bad. So for about a year, I struggled with lots of panic attacks before that and after that, and stomach issues, and just got worse. And I was tired constantly. So with my wellness doctor, he told me that I had adrenal fatigue and I was pre-diabetic and I had hypoglycemia. So it was a whole host of issues that escalated after I had the gallbladder removed, and nothing he was doing was getting me better. I tried all the things that he wanted me to try and doing all the tests and spending thousands every single month, and it just didn't work. And I was struggling. And so then I met Jody, and I started watching her posts on all these different people who had got better, and some of them I resonated with right away. And I thought, oh my gosh, that's me. And maybe it'll work for me too. And I said, okay, so I watched her for about 4 or 5 months. And then finally I pressed join. And within the first week, it was pretty huge. So with adrenal fatigue, I was often in bed a lot. My legs felt like they were total weights. I couldn't walk. I wouldn't sleep. I would stay up most of the night and then be tired all day. I just couldn't function. And you can't homeschool your kids during that time. So life was just a complete disaster. So within the first week of trying the slim and going really slow, um, my body was starting to have more energy. I was able to get up and do more, and I was able to walk in the evenings with everybody when before I would be in bed. And then I just gradually got better, where I just was happier and more energized. And then about month 4, my stomach finally decided to kick in and do better, because then I didn't have to stay home all the time, because I didn't know what was going to happen from one minute to the next. So life just got a whole lot easier for me to function and to be a mom again. And it blew me away, and the, anxiety was really one of my biggest things that I actually didn't realize I had such bad anxiety and panic attacks constantly, until they started to disappear, and then I was thinking, "Wow, that was pretty phenomenal." So, yeah, so about 5 years now, and I couldn't imagine doing anything different, and I can feel the difference if I forget to order one thing, and boy, that's not fun, especially if it's something like a vital biome. So anyway, that's my story. So Ciana, it's so nice to have you join us this last 2 months. It's been so fun to see your great success in the last 2 months.
Thanks, Carrie. So my name is Ciana. I started Plexus just shy of 3 months ago. Growing up as a kid, I was pretty sick. I was on antibiotics quite a lot. I had severe eczema at one point. I had some really weird digestive issues, never figured out what was the problem. Then when I hit 16, I started noticing early symptoms of PCOS. I would get these mood swings and they were just off the wall. I'd get panic attacks. I'd feel really funky. And then by the time I was 18, I started noticing a change in my cycles. They weren't regular anymore. I went about 7 months without a period. Nobody knew what was wrong. My parents didn't know what to do. So we just tried some natural supplements here and there. I didn't stay consistent with them though, so they didn't really work. They helped a little bit. They didn't work. And again, we didn't really know what was wrong with me. So fast forward a couple years, I got some blood tests done. My hormones were all out of whack. So again, started trying to do a diet change and more supplements. But again, I didn't stay consistent. So I kept, going back and forth. And then I got married. I had a baby about 7 months ago, which was really a blessing for me because I kind of had a feeling that I had PCOS. I researched my symptoms. I'm like, man, this doesn't look good. I may not be able to have kids, but then I did. So she's a great blessing. But after I had her, I started seeing problems again. And yeah, postpartum puts your hormones through the ringer for sure. But it was just weird. It felt off. And so one of my checkups that I did with my OBGYN, I said, hey, I've had this problem for years now. Can we get some tests going and see if there's something wrong with me? And we did tests, and sure enough, it came back that I had PCOS, I had insulin resistance, and I was pre-diabetic. And I'm only 24. So, really young, I felt overwhelmed. I didn't know what I was going to do. But luckily, not too long before I got my official diagnosis, I met Carrie. We were in a Facebook group together. And I kept seeing her post about Plexus, and I'm like, well, that's interesting. I'm glad, she's has something that works for her. I didn't really know what to do because, again, I didn't know for sure what I had going on. And I thought, well, maybe this is just normal because I'm postpartum, right? And I forget what it was that I saw exactly, but she posted something, and I'm like, maybe I should look into this a little bit. And I did. And I held off for about a couple weeks. And then I'm like, all right, let's do this, because what's the worst that can happen, you know? And then after starting it, I saw some pretty good results. Yeah, pretty quickly I started seeing a lot more energy. I wasn't so tired and groggy anymore. And then slowly too, I started losing weight. I was about 257 before I started Plexus, which is the heaviest I've ever been. And, I'd weigh myself here and there. I wasn't really expecting to lose weight. I just wanted something to help. And, I kept seeing the weight going down. And then I think it was about 2 weeks ago, I weighed myself. I was down to 241. So that's about a 16-pound loss there, which is great. And, I've just been seeing a lot of little gains. Like, the weight loss was huge, the energy was huge, but also just, just feeling a whole lot better. And I was surprised that it worked so fast. I was half expecting it not to work because, it's like, come on, this isn't for everybody, right? Like, this isn't for me, right? But it's working great. And my blood sugars have been all in range lately. I mean, I've had to do diet change, of course, exercise, of course, but for the past week, I haven't really had any blood sugar readings over 100, which is awesome. That's awesome for me. So, and then, there was the whole business opportunity side of Plexus too. And I signed up for it. When I signed up for Plexus, I thought, what have I got to lose? If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And I just stopped doing it. Not a big deal. But if it does, I want other people to know, and I want to help other people that have similar problems, because I know way too many people that have endometriosis, PCOS, some sort of problem, and they're young. Okay? Like, this isn't good. So this has been a huge blessing, and I'm so happy to share my story with everyone.
Oh, I love that. I am so thankful that you shared your story. It's so neat to hear someone who is really just getting started, and then Carrie's been here for 5+ years, and just to hear I think your story resonates with me a lot, because I was very much the same way, where when I started, I was like, okay, like, I don't really know if this is going to work. Like, I see all these testimonies and there's no way. Like, good for them, but there's no way it's going to work, right? And that is one of the reasons why I started sharing about the products, is because it is about root issues. So much of my life, I've been chasing, trying to fix the symptoms, the energy, the weight. And I felt like I was bouncing from here to here to here, trying to fix whatever the health struggle was at the time. And I had no idea about gut health. I mean, I'd heard the phrase, but I really truly didn't know how important that was. I didn't understand what inflammation does to the body, and I did not understand blood sugar regulation. I actually thought blood sugar was only something that people that were diabetic needed to worry about. I really, truly had no understanding of what, or really how important balancing our blood sugar is for our health, and how it can affect all different areas of our health. And so, yeah, much like you coming in with skepticism and saying, you know what, it's got a money back guarantee. What do I got to lose? And I truly, I started on the products for energy. I also, like Carrie, had adrenal fatigue. And I was like, if I could I'm drinking pots of coffee to get through my days. Like Carrie, I was wide awake at night, struggling with restlessness all night long, exhausted all day. And I was homeschooling all my kids. And I was like, I cannot do this anymore. This is not working. None of us are happy. And so I was like, you know what, if I could just feel better, just have a little bit of energy. And that truly was what I was hoping for, not realizing that it would help my sleep, that it would help my weight, that it would help my mood, that it would help my digestive issues, that it would help every area of my health. And so that is why I started sharing, is because I very much was like, I have been struggling like this. I know all my friends, when we get together, we're all talking about how crummy we feel. And it's kind of this, really this epidemic of so many people just accepting that as the norm. I really most of my doctors just kind of were like, well, you're a mom. Like, of course you're exhausted. And never really, I was like, no, but like, this is more than just being tired, right? And learning that we have to advocate for ourselves, and we can all really, truly, really change our health for the better. And I will be on these products for the rest of my life. My children are all on the products. My husband is on the products. Every one of us have had different health changes because it's exactly what our bodies needed, because it's the root issues. 80% of different health problems are in the gut. And so if you are addressing gut health, you are going to see your health change. And so it's one of those things that I feel like I've been on the products for 8.5 years, almost 9 years now. And I continue to see healing, continue to see things. And I look back and I'm like, well, if I didn't have these products, I don't know where my life would be right now, truly. And I say that I am a mom of 9 kids. My oldest are 18. We have 4 18-year-olds, which is wild. We adopted 3 of our kiddos, and then we've got 6 biological. And when I look back, I just truly think like these products, this is the answer to those prayers that I was praying those sleepless nights. I was looking for something, searching for something, and I didn't know what it was, but I knew that I needed something to change. And so, yeah, so Plexus truly is, it really is that answer to the prayers for me, for the thousands of people that have ordered and are customers on our team, because people are seeing true results. They're not overnight miracle results that, that come real fast and then fade away and are gone. This is about true sustainable health that lasts forever, right? We're here for true health. And that's what makes it different. And that's why I think all 3 of us share about it, is because we have experienced change, transformation. And we know that there are so many people out there that are suffering. Many people are silently suffering. And so if that is you today and you're listening to this, if a friend shared this recording with you, we just want to be a safe place for you to share what's going on in your life, what's going on, and how this may be the answer. And the beautiful thing is it's got a 60-day money-back guarantee, and we truly want what's right for you. And so we just say, like, what if this could change everything for you? Like, what if this is the answer? And you're not going to know unless you try and actually give it time and consistency. I love what Ciana said, like consistency. I truly, like, it breaks my heart when people get started and a week into it or a month into it, just like, I don't know if it really worked. Well, the thing is that's why, like, we are here for true health. We're not here like taking a magic pill that is gonna, as soon as you quit it, all your health issues come back, right? That's not what we're here for. We want true healing, and that's going to take time. And so work with the products. The products work. It's just we often are the ones that have to work with those products. So we just encourage you to connect with your Plexus friend, the person that shared this video with you. Go back to them and connect with them and share what's going on in your life and your health, and together you guys can partner and get you on the road to seeing the results that you want. So that is, yeah, that's our stories, and we just are so thankful for you for listening in, and we hope that you have a great night. So thank you. Bye, guys.